Okay, I know I'm late to this trilogy, but with Fear Street Prom Queen dropping recently, now felt like the perfect time to finally dive in. And if part 1 is any indication of what's to come, well, I'm in for a fun ride.
She was so sexy, but so crazy.
Normal bitches don't bleed black blood.
How do we not die? I'm looking at you, witch nerd.
You can't stop it.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing Fear Street Part 1, 1994, the first entry in Netflix's 2021 horror trilogy inspired by R.L. Stine's novels and directed by Leigh Janiak. The film stars Kiana Madeira, Olivia Scott Welch, Benjamin Flores Jr., Julia Raywald, and Fred Heschinger, and it kicks off a bloody supernatural saga that spans 3 different time periods. I've been meaning to tackle this trilogy for a while, and with the recent release of Fear Street Prom Queen, it seemed like the right time to finally give these a watch. I'll be covering all 3 parts and Prom Queen as I work my way through them, but today we're starting where it all began. And I gotta say, I'm already liking what I'm in for. Before we jump into the plot, don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you enjoy horror content and movie reviews. And if you want to support the channel directly, I do have a Patreon. For just $1 a month, you can help keep the content coming, and for $5 a month, you can request a movie for me to review. Every little bit helps and means a ton. It's set in the cursed town of Shadyside in, you guessed it, 1994, the movie follows a group of teens who find themselves at the center of a supernatural mystery after a string of murders rocks their community. What starts out as a pretty traditional slasher quickly becomes something much more as the group uncovers the dark history of a witch named Sarah Fear and the killers she seems to be controlling from beyond the grave. Let's start with the positives. First off, the gore. Fear Street 1994 doesn't hold back. While a lot of the kills are fairly simple, there are definitely a few standouts that had me perk up. My personal favorite, a third act scene in a grocery store involving a meat slicer. Absolutely brutal and not something I'd seen done that way before. Even when the kills aren't super original, they're still well executed and they look great. I also really like the way the movie evolves from a pretty standard slasher into something with a more unique twist. Once the witch storyline kicks in and we start seeing multiple killers from different eras show up, things get a lot more interesting. It adds a fun mythology to the trilogy and gives this one a hook beyond your average slasher. And those killer designs? Solid. One in particular gives off major Scream vibes, especially in the way they're introduced, and I was 100% here for it. The soundtrack is also a major win. I'm a big fan of 90s music, and this movie serves up bangers from across the decade. Metal, alt-rock, hip-hop, pop, you name it. It might not scream 1994 in its aesthetic, we'll get to that, but the soundtrack absolutely nails the vibe. And finally, I thought the comedy was surprisingly well balanced. It never overshadows the horror, but there are definitely some funny moments sprinkled in. A joke about Pound Town had me laughing harder than I expected, and Fred Heschinger delivers a lot of the movie's comedic moments. His character was a highlight for me, just super likable and funny without being too over the top. Now, onto the stuff that didn't work quite as well. Despite the great soundtrack, the movie doesn't really sell its 90s setting all that convincingly. If anything, it felt more like an 80s movie in its execution. We don't see much in the way of 90s tech or pop culture, and that felt like a missed opportunity. If you're gonna set a movie in a specific time period, lean into it more. Show me some old TV shows, some Tamagotchis, anything. I also think the dialogue could have used another pass. There are a few moments where the lines feel forced or kind of cringy, and the delivery doesn't always help. It's not bad enough to derail the movie, but it did pull me out of a few scenes here and there. Still, even with a few rough edges, Fear Street Part 1, 1994 is a fun, bloody ride that kicks off the trilogy with energy and style. It's got cool killers, a compelling mythology, a killer soundtrack, and some really gnarly deaths, all wrapped in a story that's more interesting than I expected going in. If the rest of the trilogy builds on what this one started, I'm excited to keep going. I'm giving Fear Street Part 1, 1994 a 4 out of 5. If you like this review, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to check out my Patreon. It's just $1 a month to support the channel and $5 a month if you want to request a review of your own. Your support keeps these videos coming, and I really appreciate it. Let me know what you thought of Fear Street 1994. Do you have a favorite in the trilogy, and have you checked out Prom Queen yet? I'll be covering the rest of the series soon, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.